Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by golden fields and tall green trees, the summer sun shone fiercely day after day. The rivers had shrunk to tiny streams, the ponds were cracked with dryness, and even the animals of the forest struggled to find water. Among them lived a crow, known not for his strength or size, but for his sharp mind. He was small, black-feathered, with bright eyes that always sparkled with curiosity. One afternoon, the crow flew over the hot land, his wings heavy and his throat aching with thirst. He had been searching for water since morning, yet every place he looked was empty. He stopped by the old stream. Only dust remained. He visited the meadow where once rainwater collected in small pools, but the ground was dry and hard. His beak felt parched, and his heart grew heavy. "If I do not find water soon," he thought, "I will not survive this day." The crow's journey led him beyond the fields into the edge of the village. There, among scattered clay pots used by farmers, he spotted one resting near a broken fence. His eyes lit with hope. He swooped down quickly and perched on the rim. Inside, at the very bottom, he could see water glistening in the dim light. His heart raced with joy. Finally, after a long search, he had found what he needed. But as he bent to drink, he discovered the water was far too low. His beak could not reach it. At first, disappointment struck him like a heavy stone. He hopped around the pot, looking for a way, trying to tilt it, but the clay was too strong, too heavy for him to move. He stretched his neck, fluttered his wings, but no matter how hard he tried, the water remained beyond his reach. A shadow of despair fell over him, and for a moment, he thought of giving up. But the crow was not an ordinary bird. His mind was restless and clever. He perched again on the pot, thinking hard. That was when he noticed small pebbles lying scattered on the ground. An idea sparked within him. "If I cannot reach the water," he said to himself, "then perhaps I can bring the water up to me." With renewed energy, he picked up a pebble in his beak and dropped it into the pot. The pebble sank with a soft sound, and the water inside rose just a little. The crow's eyes brightened with hope. He quickly carried another pebble, and then another, dropping them one by one. Each time, the water rose a little higher. His wings tired from flying back and forth. His beak ached from carrying stones. But he did not stop. Villagers walking by noticed the little bird's determination. Some smiled, some shook their heads, but none could look away. The crow was fighting not with strength, but with patience and wisdom. Hours passed under the scorching sun. The pot slowly filled with pebbles, and the water crept higher and higher. At last, the crow peered inside and saw the water had risen to the brim. His eyes gleamed with victory. He dipped his beak. Cool drops touched his dry throat, and relief flooded through him. Never had water tasted so sweet. It was not just the quenching of thirst, but the reward of his courage and cleverness. When the crow finally lifted his head, the villagers watching clapped softly among themselves. The children whispered to one another, saying, "Look how a small bird taught us a big lesson." The crow spread his wings and looked at the people. He had not only saved himself, but he had also given them something greater than water. He had shown them that even in the hardest times, wisdom, patience, and determination can turn an impossible situation into victory. The sun was still burning above, the land still thirsty for rain. But in that moment, the crow became a little hero in the eyes of everyone who saw him. And as he flew back into the wide blue sky, the villagers carried his lesson in their hearts. And so, dear listener, remember this whenever life places challenges in your path. Strength may fail, and help may not always come, but with patience, clever thinking, and determination, no challenge is truly impossible. Just like the clever crow who found a way to drink from the water pot, you too can find a way to overcome your struggles. The clever crow's story ends here, but its wisdom can stay with you forever, reminding you that sometimes the smallest steps and the simplest ideas hold the power to change everything.